Hello everybody, this is my colouring book collection finale. It's going to be a long one, so I suggest you get a drink, get something to eat maybe, and just sit and relax. I'll just move these out of the way and then I'll get stuck right into them. Right, so first we are going to be looking at my collection of, is it Julia Rivers? I think she's the, Julia Rivers. She is the, what's it called? Oh. So first we're going to look at my collection of Julia Rivers books. She is the producer of them, but they have different artists. So this first one is illustrated by Forrest Diver, and I have shown this in my last one, but I didn't realise it was with this company, so I'm just going to do a flick through of it again. So this is all the fairy tales in different styles of drawing, which is something cool. This is the one I have started, not yet finished, but I'll get there eventually maybe. And then there's a little gnome there. And yeah, it's just, I don't know some of the stories, but I think this one's Snow White and Rose Red. I think that's the same there again. And these are some of the other books that she does. I do want the Alice I want the Alice's Adventures in Wonderland, because I think that looks cute. Just doodles, steampunk, space, and then storybooks. And these are all the illustrations in the book, and then not in categories, because there's Little Red Riding Hood, Cinderella, Snow White, and Snow White and Rose Red down here. But yeah, it's a really cute book to do. So the next one is one of my favourites by Julia Rivers, and this is illustrated by Shafamana Magot, if I'm saying that right. Now this is Grimm's Nightmares from the Other World. I have put tabs down the side because there are different stories in the book. So I'll just show you a few I've coloured. So I did this one in pencil. I don't know what pencils were, but I've done the glow of the apple on her face, and I think that looks cool. And then, hang on, first page was the bear, so I wanted him and the sky to stand out, and the two people at the bottom just to be in grey. Now this was one of my first colourings when I got it, so. And then there's this page where the Wicked Witch is going up to what's she called? From Tangled. Oh, can't remember. I'm sorry. Long-haired girl, you know what I mean. But yeah, so I've done the sky really dark. And then this one is just of the tower. So there was a lot of browns and greys, so I decided to do red clouds. Don't know why I did brown clouds there, but I did. And then I did a lightning bolt. Rapunzel, that's it. And this is a woman climbing up Rapunzel's hair. I did a waltz like that. I just fancied doing it. And this is Rapunzel screaming. And this is Rapunzel getting dragged by so many hands and a face. I just think it's a really good image. Then we have the gingerbread house. This is Hansel and Gretel. I decided to do the mushroom green. We've got a gingerbread man there. I just think it looks like a fun place to eat. And that is all I've done in this book so far, but we've got Hansel and Gretel, she finds things scary. Then we've got, excuse me, don't know what this one is yet. Oh, Cinderella. So we've got Cinderella, because that's a shoe. I think that's meant to be Gus Gus. We all love Gus Gus. If you know, you know. And then the shoe is capturing Cinderella's foot. So I see that as a wooden shoe. Then we've got Snow White and Seven Dwarfs, and just look at those dwarfs. Zoom me in just a little bit. There we go. So they're meant to be really horrible, mean, nasty dwarfs. Wicked Witch with the apple. There she is with the apples again. So this is not a sweet and kind fairy tale book at all, but even Snow White looks scary there. Then this is Red Riding Hood. So we've got grandmother getting eaten by the wolf. Red Riding Hood looking very nasty with her knife there. The wolf trying to strangle her. And Pig's head. Then we have, I think this is Sleeping Beauty. Yes, it is. Aurora. So that's meant to be the wicked witch. Maybe that puts her in a deep sleep. All three fairy godmother type things are all look evil there. Maleficent with that evil grin. Don't know if you can see her. I'll bring her closer. There we go. And we've got Maleficent turning into a dragon, because, you know, she did. And Prince coming to save them with hogs and bears. And this one, I do not know. Jack and the Beanstalk maybe, Rapunzel. Not Rapunzel, we've had that. Jack and the Beanstalk. So his hand's turning into a tree there. Now his foot's turning into a tree. He's found the golden goose. And they're all chasing him because they want it. That's, don't know who. And that's the end of the book. So yeah, this is Julia Rivers' Parental Advisory, Explicit Content, illustrated by Schaffer, Ma and Muggett. Next one. This is also Julia Rivers, and it's Alice's Nightmare Adventures in Wonderland, illustrated by, I don't know if that's Sheila or Schaffer, Ma and Muggett again. So I started doing this page, and this is all I've done so far. I did it all in marker for this one, but I am going to go over in pencil. So we've got her getting told a story, her following the rabbit. The rabbit looks really mean. Talking to the doorknob. Eat me, drink me. A rat. Rabbit and some vultures and whatnot. There she is, big again. Too big. Yeah, it's looks like a really fun book to colour, and I will enjoy it. Let's have a skip through just to the last page now. Let's see if we can find the last page. Then she's back with her mum. Now these are single pages, so you can use markers. All of these from Julia Rivers are, and yeah, I might use markers, I might not. So that is from them. Next up, we have got Colouring Heavens. Oops, sorry, I hit the camera. Now, I've got a few of these. I've got one more upstairs, but I haven't started that yet. And this is Cute 32 Cute and Quirky Designs by Hannah Carlson. That's the only Hannah Carlson book I've got. So we've got pets there. That would have been good for Easter. I've done these little animals here just to check out some pencils I had. Got some mice, some more animals and some carrots, fish. Not one for colouring fish, but I'll give it a go. I've got another kitty cat, big bird, a lovely fox, another bird, some sea turtles, a rabbit. I think that's meant to be a mouse. I'm not quite sure. An owl. Some more birds. Another rabbit. Some chickens and a hen. Another rabbit, because I suppose it's an Easter time one. A hermit crab. I do like that one. The cat and the chick camping. Cute. Some more birds. A rabbit riding a wooden car. And this is one I've done. A rabbit picking berries off a raspberry bush. And again, I just used pencils that I had lying around. A cat and a mouse. A rabbit and two bees. Fish again. A girl riding a bee, I like that one. Oh, another cat I've done. A seahorse. And the last one is a dragonfly and some fish. Now I say I use what pencils I have around. I don't have any of the expensive pencils like Prisma or Polychromos or all like that. This is a new one that's out now, and it's Japanese mythological special designed by Stenira, whatever, I don't know. So we've got this beautiful lady, another one. I haven't coloured in this. I like that beast. And it does have the names of what the pictures are of, but I do not want to ruin them, so I'm not going to say them. And we do have some men in here as well, which is good. He reminds me from Orlando Bloom's character in Lord of the Rings. So yeah, just another cute. I like that one, the fox girl. Another cute, oh cute. Book. If you want a full flick through of any of these books, just let me know and I will do that for you. And yeah. So that is Japanese mythological specials by Stenira. And then we've got mermaid specials from 13 of the world's top colouring artists. So we've got Hannah Lynn, and that's all I know so far. So we've got the grayscale ones, which I actually do like doing. I'm mixing it out just a little bit so you can see. And these are by Christine Karen. Again by Christine. This is by Jana Prosvirina. Again, look at that cute mermaid. This is by Jana as well. Again by Jana. Dera Kaki. I'm messing these up. Dera Kakasoi. Another grayscale one. Oh look, she's even signed it there. These are beautiful. I've not really practiced grayscale yet. These are by Michael Deshaw. I like them ones. And he's done a big one, just because, you know, not all mermaids are thin. Why should they be? A smart one. A lifeguard. Oh, I love these. What's the last one by him? Oh, this is by Grazia Salvo. And this is the first one she's done, which is really pretty. This is the one I've coloured in. And I think it's quite good, actually. It's not often I say that about my own paint colours, but I do like this one. Then this is by T. Fallon, aka Durian Addict. And again by that person, Jennifer Zimmerman. Hannah Lynn. Now, I have never coloured a Hannah Lynn in at all. They are cute, but I've never, I don't know why, I never did any of her diamond paintings either. This is by Matt Davidson, and I love that one. I mean, some of them are cutesy. May Mappillard. And this is more like is it Chitu? I can't think of, yeah, you know what I mean. Anime type stuff. And this is Micah Jelena, and again, I've not coloured any of hers in. There you go. That's a pretty one. Very, very grayscale. You wouldn't have to colour a lot in that at all. I'm not sure about that one, but it's pretty. And then this is by Nelly Shoemaker. And we've got a merman. Always good to have. This is by Nelly Shoemaker again. And this is the last one by Zam Von Z. So that is Mermaid Special. Now we've got Tiny Years. I am colouring in these. So started off with January, and I used icy colours because we were still in winter. So then I used the icy colours on this page, and I'm leaving these for next year. So then we've got February, which is Valentine's Day, and this is another Valentine's Day page. And that is, oh, I've done March. So we've got this one, which I did for St. Patrick's Day. And again, the flowers were St. Patrick's Day, and that is, oh, no, I've done April. I thought I'd not done any more. This is Easter, and again, Easter colours, and that, oh, you know, I'm surprising myself here. Easter colours again. And that is all I've done in the book. So I have to start on May. And there's also a little card here, because I bought this book from Rachel, so it's Happy Colouring, Rachel. So that is Tiny Years by Go to Pop. Then we have got Fantasy Romance Special by Fabiana Trey. I have coloured a few in here, so I've done the front page there. I've done this one, which I really liked. I wanted to do the egg somewhat different. I think that's all I've coloured in this one. Yep. It's such a beautiful book. So that's that one. Now we have got Colouring Heaven Chippy Tarot Special by Jazly. And so it's got all the tarot cards, the Magician in the Pool, High Priestess, and I have done some colouring in this. Just got to find out where it is. I've got a whip in this as well. So that's a page I coloured. And this one is the Star, Hope, Inspiration, Spiritual Guidance. And then I started the Moon, which is Illusion, Intuition and Uncertainty. So I started with my markers, and then I've got to go in with pencil just a shade, and that is all I've done in the book. And there is, oops, can't get the page now, 48 pictures. That's all of my Colouring Heaven books. Next we are on to, oh, well, these are big. Kirby Rosanes. Love his work. First two books I haven't done anything in, but you've probably seen flick-throughs of these. So at the front it's got colour theory, combining complementary colouring, colours and tones, and it's got images that he's already coloured, which are cool. Then a bit about them, some more images. And then right into the book. So we've got this cat, steampunk cat. And this has got complementations from other books. So like the crowns, they're in another one, I think. Don't think the robots are. I know the rams are. The deer, I've not seen them. I know they are, but not in any book I've got. I know the rabbits are. But yeah, it's just an all-out beautiful book. Really, really beautiful. I don't think there's a page I wouldn't want to colour. Although backgrounds scare me, so I'm not used to them, but I do like this one. So as it's reflections, it is repeated on both pages, but with little bits of differences. So yeah, so that's Reflections by Kirby Rosanes. Colour Universe by Kirby. Beautiful. Wow. Oh, that is spectacular. You see, never in my wildest dreams would I come up with colours like this. Don't know why. So we've got, this is from Alien World. I'm not sure if it's a double page. No, I don't think it is. I've not broke the spine in this yet. Maybe it is because it's got the same fish on both sides. If they are fish, I'm not sure. I've not really looked through these. I think they're cute. I'm not quite sure of the animal, but I think they're cute. Again, that was in the front. And we've got these crystal thing. Now that's going to be a weird one to do, but also fun. An Egyptian page. Then we've got these, I know what they are, but I can't remember the name of them. This weird looking scaly dude. Hyenas, I know what they are. Trees and houses and cities in bottles. I've seen, I think it's Erica from Elm's Colours that has done this one, and it looks beautiful. It's not Erica, it's Amy. I'm not sure. Again, another alien. A weird, massive fish. I've just completed this page, but I do like that kraken. Wow. A sphinx cat, but with a tail. Not, is it a sphinx? A furless cat. Don't like them. And that's the end of this book, which is Colour Universe by Kirby. And next we've got Dark Fairy Tales, Colour Sinister Stories. Now, you'll all have seen this floating around. So I've got the cover page that I've started, and I tried to use as near across the colours as I could. I've not done the This Belongs To page. I've done a few pages in here. Let's see where I've done them. I've seen this one done loads of times and it's beautiful. Right, so I've done this one, which is a buddy colour, but she hasn't finished hers yet. And I've also done this one, which is The Wizard of Oz. I did want to do it just all grey, with just a little bit of colour on the house, but the grey I used was a green grey, so I just went with it. And I think that looks cool. And I think that's the, oh no, I've done Rose Red and Snow White. So I turned all these into gold. So we've got a gold frame going around. And then we have got the lanterns, so the light around it will be lighter. They're wearing aprons, because in a book I found a picture of them in aprons and bound by thorns, which I will show you a picture for my inspiration. I'll insert it here. And yeah, just, I like the way this one turned out. Didn't know where I was going at first, but I started with a purple background and this is where I ended up. So that is my finish of these pages, and I've seen so many good pictures come out of this, and these at the back it tells you about each and every fairy's tale, and you've still got little illustrations at the bottom to colour, which is so cool. So that is Dark Fairy Tales by Kirby Rosanes. Now we've got Alien Worlds at Cosmic Colouring Kingdoms. I've done a few in here, so I'm trying to do page by page. So this is the first one. I had to get your ship down just to know what colours you're doing all the way through the book. I mean, you don't have to do those colours, but yeah. And this is just a planet is flying over. And then we've got the inside of a cabin. Lot of grey and metal work I've done with just different colours. Then we've got another page. So we've got the planets all around. A little satellite station here maybe. And some more planets. And this is some of the vegetation you find on them. So there's aircraft flying, there's weird thing floating there. And then you've got all the plants down at the bottom, crystals there, and 2 more aircrafts. And I've started on this one. Now this one has taken an age. I will get to finish it though. I'm just trying to figure out what else I want to do with that planet. And then you've got your spaceship flying to it, so you've got a lot of background to do. I have done a body colour in here, which is this one. Now I did this with Geordie colours, and I will insert her picture. It is fantastic, so I'll insert it over here. And yeah, I just went crazy, basically. The background is all acrylic paint, so it's quite bumpy, which I like. I'm not sure how the other page will take to it. But yeah, I wanted to do the suit green because it's my favourite colour and it's the only colour that came into my head. I wanted to do these like ombre, so start at darker at the bottom and work your way lighter. So I've done that as much as I can with the creatures. And yeah, I think it's turned out really well. I quite enjoyed it. I think that's the only one I've done in the book. Yeah. So that's my body colour from Alien Worlds by Kirby Rosanes. And now we've got Fragile Worlds. I've done a few in these. So I've done the front page, which is a turtle. And I did this as a body colour with she's colouring, I think it is. I'll put a name on and I'll insert her picture on top of mine if I can find it. And yeah, so that was a fun one to do. Again, I was going for different colours to blend into it. And my Venus flytrap turned out to be purple. But yeah, I liked it. And then I did this one. Wow. Believe it or not, this one took some time. Took quite a lot of time. But yeah, it is now done. Have I done any more in here? I'm not quite sure. I don't mark my pages off if you noticed. I have done some more because I've seen. Just let me flick through. I mean, look at that. It's beautiful. The whales. I've seen someone do these 2 pages. Oh my god. It now intimidates me. I mean, I will do it, but seeing people's pages are just crazy. So I did this one. Sky is not perfect, I know. Didn't blend it, but I like it. I was going to go over these in white, but I decided no. So that's how I left it. And I think it's turned out okay. Have I done any more? I think I've started on one. I'm not sure if it's in this one or other. No, it's in other. But yeah. So that's Alien Worlds. Now we've got Worlds within Worlds. Started that one. Not sure where I'm going with it. Started that one. Again. Done the leaves. I have done some more in this. Started this one. I'm really terrible with this one. I start the pages and then go finish them whenever I feel like it. This is a body colour with Geordie colours. Now I'll insert hers here. Hers is absolutely spectacular. Mine, I was going for like, you know, like when you go to a solicitor's or lawyer's, you've got the books all the same colour in a row. That's mine interpretation of it, and I've coloured all the pages old. Don't know why, just fancied it. And I realised that took there. And maybe some other bits was meant to be moss, but I coloured them as trees. No, stone. What else? I'd love to do this one. It's not got round to it yet. I've done the snake page. I really enjoyed this one. First time doing background as well, so I used aqua markers on the background. I've made a train start off light and then get darker and then turn into a snake going up to his head. And yeah, this was a fun one to do. I've just realised I need an object there. Did not see that. Coloured it but didn't see it. Sometimes I do that. And then in this one I have done one more. Well, started to again, and it's the sneaker or trainer or Converse, whatever you want to call it, and then I've got to do that side. I've brought numbers down, but I'm not, colours down, but I'm not sure if I'm going to use them yet. But yeah. And then you've got these back pages, which you don't have to colour, but I probably will. These, not so much, because I've already coloured them. But they're just to mark off what you've coloured, I suppose. You can do it like that. And then that is my Kirby books. All of them. I want the whole set. Next, we have got To the Ocean Deep, To the Moon, and To the Ends of the Earth and Back Again. Now these are... This one is 17 foot long. Now, I'm not going to get it all out. I'm just going to show you bits and pieces. So I started again, the front page. And then it goes on to mountains. And then pyramids and Viking ships and God knows what else. Then we've got hot air balloons and snakes and alligator hippopotamus. Don't know what that would be called. And some other weird creatures on there. Oops, sorry, keep hitting you. Then we've got this dragon coming out the waves. And a koala on an Indian building. Then we've got this other wave with a dragon's tail with a lizard's head, I think. I don't know. I do not know what's going on in this. Massive snakes with... Yeah. This one is very, very weird, but it's going to be fun to do. And there looks like a camel's face. A bird with pyramid on it. Again, like I said, this one is very, very weird. Got some teepees, but I can't remember the name of them. Totem poles. And we've got this weird animal that turns into a ship or something. That's also part of the field. And we've got a deer with another animal in its stomach. Now, is it pregnant or has he eaten it? I do not know. And on the last two pages, we have got a saber-toothed tiger with very large teeth, flying penguins, a dragonfish, puffins, polar bears, more penguins, and maybe an otter. No, they're otters. Yeah. Camels and other creatures. So this is the world's longest colouring book, and this was illustrated by Good Wives and Warriors. Right, next one in this collection is To the Ocean's Deep. Now, I haven't started this one, but this is going to be a doozy. So we've got all that blank space there. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. We've got a boat that turns into like an oil rig ship. Then other ships, an oil rig, and this monster it looks like coming up. Ladders. And that looks like some sort of automobile with wheels, maybe. And then we've got a submarine that leads to a building that creatures live on, that goes down to that building, that comes out of a bottle. And then this thing here, this whale, and then this building here. Yeah, this is just so trippy. Then we've got the rest of that building with a load of tunnels. What looks to be a robot building with a sea dragon, lots of seahorses, astronauts undersea, so divers, sorry. This weird eelish animal here. And we've got the start of what seems to be this snake. And this other building which is held up by pillars with this creature. These look to be robots, maybe. And then a sand castle. This is just my interpretation. A mountain, some eggs, part of a village. Yeah, a candle, which is blowing bubbles, you know, like candles do. Then we've got steps like a tram line. Some more buildings. What looks to be a plank of wood. An octopus. A tree under the water. Well, I suppose it could. Another building with a creature in bubbles. That looks like the abominable snowman. Train tracks are coming down. Vertical like that. Yeah, that's safe. This is where the trains are stored. Then we've got more buildings, and I don't know if you can see here, but we've got Superman. Can you see? Let me zoom in. Superman and a newspaper, so I guess that's Superman and Clark Kent, you know, because they're not the same person, never been seen together. And we've got what looks to be a statue of Liberty, but without her torch. Another building. This weird creature here, which fish are flying out of. TV screen. Another face. That looks like a German bomb. Or World War II bomb, sorry. Another village. More planets. More sharks. This giant eel wrapping around this village and mountain. Oh look, there's a ship's anchor there. I wonder if that's been going all the way through. I've not seen a weird looking monster peeping out there. And then this is the treasure at the end of the book. So yeah, this one was a good one. Also weird. And this was illustrated by Sarah Yon. Now this is another Sarah Yon one, and I think it's the last in the collection. Let me know if it's not. And this was also 15 feet long, and it's to the moon. So this one, this one folds out different. So we have got unfold your world's tallest colouring book and let your imagination rise to new heights while you climb to the moon. So we've got a burrow here with a creature on a swing. Then you've got the house you live in and some type of rocket place, but you also live in what seems to be a cave. So there's the trees. And then we've got buildings coming from above your house, going all the way up. They look like minions. Don't know if this was drawn before or after minions, but yeah, it goes all the way up. And then, of course, going to the moon, you get to an elephant. And what looks to be a very large, sorry the light, very large washing machine. And you've got a house, a building which looks to be a town. And you've got another town with lanterns and castles and a skyscraper with a weird pattern on. Then you've got a blimp and a tall building on what seems to be legs with windmills. Then it goes to what I could only guess is some sort of meter that reads things, and you've only got 8 numbers on it, and this looks like a junkyard. And then you've got your goldfish balls, because obviously on the way to the moon, that's what you meet. And it is raining into it. And you've got this building thing here, don't know what that is. Massive tree with lots of little tree houses. And they look like cannons with a big robot, a fish and 2 fish looking out. You're not going to the moon. Then you've got a spaceship, animals, an octopus. Then we've got another little octopus, more buildings with eyes, because, you know, I've heard the film The Hills of Eyes, but not the building of eyes. A little bumblebee, someone sunbathing. They look like giant bubbles. On and on they go. He's tied to a rope to catch the bubbles. There's a diamond. And this is what I suspect is a crane, maybe scrapyard. Nuclear bomb there. Then, this is a difficult one to show you, but I'm trying my best. So we've got a wrecking ball, these creatures, some flowers, trees, bushes, mechanical wheels, a waterfall, sheep, because you know sheep live in the sky. Yes, why wouldn't they? Then we've got some sort of meter here. Again, a minion on a swing, 2 elephants, and I think that's a llama giraffe. That's what I'm going with. 3 whales smiling. Some dragons, some koalas, origami paper, some weird fish. That looks like a fun ball pool to go in. A little rabbit with a flower. And we've got a dragon who's blowing this minion away. Got a ghost creature there. Another village. Then we've got the top of the village leading up to the satellites and little telescope looking to the moon. And you've got the moon with these on and off switch to turn the moon on and off, because you know you need to do that. Flying dragons, some box people, and right at the top here you've got an arm with a knife and fork. So yeah, this is To the Moon by Sarah Young. Right, my last collection book is my all-time favourite artist. I've got all her collection now, and this is by Sarah Sarah Richter, and this is called Cats with... It's about cats. Sent a lovely postcard. Dear Claire, thank you so much for your ongoing support and interest in my work. Enjoy the postcard, Sarah. So I have done what's it called? A flip through of this book, but I'll just show you again. So we've got my one and only princess. My loyalty is to you. You are Parson. You are perfection. I'd sail the seven seas with you. I want to gaze at the moonlight with you. I'm not going through them all. These are the more comical ones. Happy birthday. Happy Halloween. Merry Christmas. Get well soon. This is one I did. And I really enjoyed colouring this one, and I added a chart at the back of the hospital wall, because you know hospitals have stuff, and he is spilling what looks to be water that's going into the electric plug, and that's setting fire to him. And you've got a cat setting fire to a bride and groom, and that is that one. Now, next one is an uncoloured book. I just recently got this for Mother's Day, and it is Gunter Grew, Grayskull colouring book by Sarah. And she has brought in it Dylan Donk. Hi Claire, this is to complete your collection. Thanks very much for your support and enjoy the book, Sarah. I don't know what 25 is, but yeah, I bought this from Etsy, and we've got two little postcards. So we've got this picture, which is also a diamond painting, and this one, which is also a diamond painting, which you can get from Diamond Art Club. So this is the front page, and we've got This Book Belongs To. Now this paper is fantastic. It is very thick cardstock, really, really nice. Then we've got this beautiful picture here. This little kitty cat, one of those furless ones which creep me out, but it's got like flames as a tail, or dragon as a tail. It's called Morgana. This beautiful dragon, which is called Violet. This woman with horns, Dreamcatcher. Again, another beautiful woman with wings and a horn. Ariel Angel. I love this one. She looks like she's in so much distress. And it's fallen. A dragon. Everly. This one I have seen completed, and I am in awe of this. Beautiful mermaid, great for this month for mermaid. And yeah, this is the front cover, so that one. The last picture was called Davy Jones's Locker. This one is called Always. Then we have this one, Dragon Keeper. And this beautiful dragon here, called Garwin. A man. Now you don't get a lot of men in colouring books, but gotta say it's got a nice bod. And he's called Nimrod. I like this one. She's a badass. And she's called Lola Lovely. Then we've got this wanted poster, which looks like an old Western poster. A lot of money they wanted, $250,000. That was the reward. Wow. Then we have this beautiful dragon again. I see her as purple. Not sure why. She's called Lisa. Then we've got this goddess, that's all I can call her, Keeper of a Fire. And again, this is this postcard here, so I could do it these colours or do it my own colours. I'm not sure. Just keep that in there anyway. Children of the Night. This reminds me of Jason Momoa or Roman Reigns in wrestling because they both look the same to me. And he's called the Hunter. We've got another dragon. Not sure what colour I'd colour her. Him, Darius. This one is beautiful. So beautiful. Knight's Embrace. Then we've got this one with the angel wings, pretty hair, and she's called the Nectarine Rose. This one on a swing. Now I think this was a diamond painting, but I didn't get it. Surrounded by bats, and the bats are holding the swing up. She's called Dracula's Bride, and then we have yet another dragon. That water would look really good with the moonlight shining through it. And that dragon's called Cameron. Then we've got this furry dude. He reminds me of the one from Lion Witch from the Wardrobe. Mr. Tomlins, I think he was called. But that's the image I get for him. And he's called Taunus. And then we've got, again, this reminds me of the Weeping Angels from Doctor Who. If you've seen that, you know. So we've got this lady being dragged, what looks to be dragged to hell, but the angel's trying to save her. That's called The Eternal Fight. And then we've got this one, which is quite unusual for Sarah. So she's got little fairies, tiny little frog there, an owl, a mermaid, another mermaid, some bats, another fairy up there. I'll show you the frog because he's just the cutest. Can you see him? Right there. Just there. Yeah, that's a pretty one. It's called the Gothic Library. Ooh. So we've got a unicorn, a werewolf, and what looks to be a fairy riding. And that is called Light and Darkness. And I started to do the eye because I like to do the little one at the back of the book. And that's all social media, Etsy, Instagram, Facebook, or a website. So if you want to go check her out, go check her out. And that picture there is called Red Tears. So that is the first book by Sarah. Next we have got Night Shawarma. I did translate these when I flicked through them before, but don't know them now. So we've got this book belongs to Paige, and another one. Now, I have done this in diamond painting, and I can't remember the name of it. Descendant of a Volcano, that's it. Then we've got this unicorn, which to make it more scary, it's got like, you know, bones there. That's called Dark Unicorn. And then we've got another unicorn, seems to be running away. Companion of Evanescence. Two more unicorns sitting on a stone which has been carved into an upside down skull with a massive moon, Luna and Stella. We've got this wolf. I'm not going to go through all the names again because I've done it in a flip through before. I think that's, yeah, that's a mermaid, so that would be good for mermaids. And then we've got, again, these pages are really thick, so you can't just flick. We've got a lot of Grim Reapers. I do love that one. Bats. A cat, which is that one there, which is called Bedtime. No, it's not. It's called Moonlight Companions. That's Bedtime. That is the cutest picture ever. Skulls. a more another school. Good one for Halloween. That one's called Salem. I started doing this one, but I wasn't sure where I was going with it, so I left it. This is one of my favourites. This was at the beginning of my colouring, and I think I did it great. So many colours in this wrapped thing. So there's greens, there's reds, there's browns, there's greys. I think there's bits of purple, but I love how it's turned out. And I'm quite proud of the book as well, and I put like little bits of cheese down here. Then I've done this Christmas one, which is so cute, with Santa Claus popping out. Yeah. This again was early on in my colouring. So back in November last year, but I do like it. And then these lips, these juicy lips. I'm really proud of this one. I don't know, I've got the shine, I've got the undertone of the tongue hitting the light. Yeah, this was a good book for me. So this is Nacht Shawarma by Sarah. Then we've got last book, and this is Dunkelbunt by Sarah Richter. And I'm doing pages in here as a body colour with someone. Diane Dreams in Colours. So I've got this page here. This was my last body colour with her, and I will put that in here. So this was April's, I think it was. Got this one here. She did want to do, oh, I've had a bit of a bleed through there. Weird. Oh well. She did want to do this one, but I talked her into doing the one that she was afraid of doing, which I'll show you in a minute anyway, because it'll come up on her page. I can't. So I've got this pretty girl. This one, I see purple hair for her. This one, a masquerade one, I do like this one. Not sure how to do the background, but, and that's a lot of skin. This one. Now this is the one I made her do. So this is my completed page of it. And it will be shown in her video, so if you don't follow her, go watch Diane Dreams in Colours. And for this I just used pencils. And I finished it today actually, and I think it's turned out great. I think I want to do this one next out of this book. I just love this girl. And we've got like the broken mirror with different parts of her face showing through. I've got this one which I haven't decided what that is going around her yet. A woman with an owl. Little dragon. That's something of a bride. Oh, that is a bride. I want to do this one as well. I did translate that in my flip through, so this is Moth Lady or Lady Moth. Lady Moth. And there's this one. A man. I have done another one in here. That's a good Halloween one. Frankenstein's Bride. That reminds me of something where spiders on her face. I can't remember what. And this was the first page I did in the book. So I did rainbow coloured hair. That is like a fan. But then I saw these as metal and I wanted to make it look rusty. And she's crying, obviously. Yeah. And then the last page I did was this girl at the back. I think she's turned out great. I'm not sure what that's meant to be, but I just coloured it like it's coral. And she's called Savannah. So yeah, this is the last of my colouring book collection. I hope you enjoyed watching. And I hope you made it to the end. If you did make it to the end, give me a thumbs up in the comments. Leave me a comment. Please like, subscribe, share, anything else. Alright, yeah. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.